ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright.
Welcome to another episode of Voice of Fans Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds. We have Dustin Bishop and RC with us tonight on this Wednesday night? That's what it is, Wednesday night, man. Work so much, don't even know what day it is. Come on, Uncle Sam. Guys work over here like slaves. But what's going on, fellas?
What's up, man? How y'all doing?
Man, I'm making it. You know, without football going on, struggling over here. Y'all got my friend, he got me over here betting on tennis.
Tennis?
Very different.
Who you know? How do you even know how to bet?
Hey, he told me watch. He said don't bet on anything else but false. False is when the ball hits the net. He said always go low, always go under. Look at the faults they usually have in the game and just go under. I was like, all right, bet.
I can't do that. I screw it up.
He said he been winning, so I was like, I trust him. So I was like, all right, let's do it. But man, we had the NBA All-Star game this past weekend. Did y'all watch?
I did. I watched it.
Dang, you had no time in your schedule to watch that?
Yeah, I did. I didn't watch. Let me tell you that, I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched like the second quarter and the third quarter.
I didn't watch it. I ain't gonna lie.
They set a record in points. I know. Like, I didn't tune in. I think I said I'm not gonna watch this game. I'm just tuning in to the highlights. You know what I'm saying? So 3-point contest. I did watch the skill challenge with the Indiana players, and that's about it. Didn't watch the dunk contest. I already know that was gonna be garbage. When they pulling G leaguers, then I knew we had a problem.
Shoot, the G leaguer, the one who even
exactly. That's what I'm saying. When you pulling G leaguers and when you put out some of the best players, the best dunkers in the NBA, you can't get none of them guys come do it, and you have a problem. So
they have a big issue in the NBA with that, man. Big issue.
I knew it was as soon as I saw Jaylen Brown name on there.
Right.
This is bad. This is gonna be bad.
RC, who was there in the group chat that said Jaylen Brown was in the dunk contest? Who was that? Was it Gat? Who was that sent that?
But
I was shocked.
The thing about Jaylen Brown, thinking about traditional dunkers, they have like a swagger to them. They have a certain walk. Jaylen walks very unsure. He kind of humped over. He kind of runs home. He don't play to a true. Let's say he's 6'7". He don't play to a true 6'7". He's like bent over like a T-Rex.
He looks like he got a short wingspan for a 6'7" guy too.
Like his arms are always tight. He don't have it. He's like he seems to be very unsure of himself when it comes to like with a lot of stuff. But watching it, man, on the highlights, I was very disappointed because I'm like, everybody, Stephen A is saying that they, should blame LeBron James, and a lot of people up in arms about that. But what he's saying is that before LeBron decided he wasn't gonna dunk, everybody was dunking. It was all about competing. And once LeBron does what he do, now everybody want to be over there with the phone and holding each other back and being super cool. But it takes away from that weekend. That weekend is supposed to be about a showcase of your talent, and all the dunkers are sitting over there watching. So
Giannis, It's sad, man. That all your stars, all your best players are on the sideline being fans when they supposed to be bringing on the show.
But think about this: your best shooter is shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Your best shooter is shooting in a shooting contest and skill test. You know, I think the dunk contest having a pull from the G League. That's like the NFL asking the USFL, can they borrow and their kickers or their running backs or their skill position players because they guys don't want to do it. I think they're gonna set themselves up for where they're gonna have a foreign player come in that's gonna just take on all that. Trust me, somebody over there, somebody just gonna come over here and just say, "I'll be the guy to do it." So
I can see that.
Yeah. So, Dustin, how can the NBA fix the All-Star game in itself?
Yeah, man, I don't think it really can be fixed. I mean, it had to be a lot. I mean, you can throw the money in there. I don't know if that'll really affect anything because they make so much money. Like I think one year they had like you got paid like an extra. Everybody got like an extra 10,000 or something. If but I mean it was $10,000 when you got a $50 million contract.
right.
They blow that at the club.
That's nothing. Right. So I mean I don't think it could really be a money issue. It's like Ant was saying, like for this generation, it's a break. Like nobody gonna play hard. You saw Luka didn't take it serious, like shooting a full court shot in the middle of the game. Nobody take it serious. I mean, you saw a little defense from Steph. I think he had a block, and I mean, it's a joke now. And
it's a circus.
I can tell Adam Silver was pissed. Adam Silver, that man said, "East, you scored the most points. Congratulations." Yeah, but they don't view it like an honor. Like I know Larry Bird was saying before the game, you know, he would have liked to see them as play hard, you know, for the fans, you know, to put on the show and like nobody expected him to go out there and like I think Dame mentioned something about playing like a playoff game. Like nobody expect them to play the game like a playoff game. Of course not. But I always think back to that I think it was the 2001 All-Star game with AI Marbury and it didn't go into overtime.
Yeah, they were hustling.
Yeah. That was a good one. And nobody got hurt. Everybody was good. So I honestly don't know what they can do. I mean, it'll probably take somebody like a LeBron and maybe a young guy like an Ant Edwards to take it seriously. Because I mean, the only time they even halfway took it seriously for like an All-Star game or two was when Kobe decided to. So
like I knew they had a problem when Luka shot that half court shot. Then I think during halftime, it was during the game, he sent out a tweet trying to justify why he took that halftime half court shot. Yeah, he did. Like, come on, man. So it's sad. It seemed like Dame took it seriously. He won that MVP award. So he put in the work and scored on points.
He was shooting threes the whole. He was shooting.
So RC, you know, you come from a different era. See, in my mindset, RC, before you say something, maybe I just have a broke mindset that I'm giving my all, that I'm playing the best of the best. I'm making my case that, hey, I belong here. Like, I'm a top dog. Maybe just because, you know, I'm not a millionaire. Maybe I would take it easy if I was a millionaire, you know, still, you know, burning my energy and maybe injure myself. But what did you think of when you saw that score and the highlights from the All-Star game?
Well, it's disrespectful to the game, man. Like, I've been blessed to see the best of the best. And as a kid growing up, the only reason why I picked up a basketball was because of Michael Jordan, because of Larry Bird, because of Larry Johnson. the Fab Five. They inspired me to play. They inspired me to be an athlete. And these guys love the lifestyle more than they do the game. It's very obvious. They're worried about what they got on coming to the game versus how they're gonna play in the actual game. But they're treading very, very hot water with businessmen who pay a lot of money for the facilities and all the stuff that they do to accommodate them. They're gonna make it very hard for the future player, the future athlete in the game, because that 65 game rule is in place, but someone like Tyrese Halliburton is having to pay for something LeBron and Kawhi did, and that ain't right. And so my thing is this: I'm a natural competitor. I want to measure myself against other guys. That's why you should go out and play. You work out in the summer the same way to get ready for the season. There's never an issue. You play for it. And the in-season tournament, you went hard. It's just, if you don't love it, get out of it. And I think a lot of these guys, they're gonna, like I said, the foreign player are just more passionate about it. My biggest issue with Adam Silver, besides him looking like somebody off of Men in Black, I feel like I've seen him on Men in Black. Like you pro player, you gave him the power, and so now they just showing you what you do when you give players the power. It's like we gonna do what we want to do and how we want to do it. 211 points, man. Like that was a waste of everybody's time and energy. And Matt McGloin has no business doing this. I mean, it's so disrespectful to pass dunkers. There's nobody in the NBA like Jalen Green. All these guys are too cool to be involved now. They're too cool to be involved now. And it's like watching Ant dunk, all those in-game dunks she was doing, you too cool. And I think the problem is when you bring a Matt McGloin and others in, they doing stuff that we ain't seen before, but it don't hold no weight because they pay for the Orlando Spider Monkeys. It just don't make sense, man. I just feel like I'm disappointed, man, in a sport that I love so much.
Yeah, like we watched the All-Star weekend for the stars. Like I said, not G Leaguers, no disrespect for G Leaguers, but we watching for the stars. That's when the cameras come out. That's when the great memories come about, like Dominique Wilkes, right? When he won, like you just iconic moments, man. You can't get that from G Leaguers. Like, oh, you remember when that G Leaguer did that dunk over Shaq? Like, come on, man. That's not iconic.
It's one dunk This one dunk that I think this is where I knew the NBA was going to the shitter. That throw-in dunk, that's not a dunk, dog. When the White Howard threw
the White,
throw in.
I thought that was trash.
I'm from the era of grabbing the rim, pulling it, grabbing the rim, one hand, like you throwing it in. Like, I seen Ant do that, man. I seen Blake and others. I'm like, that's not a dunk, man. That's not a dunk. That's an aggressive throw-in. You playing freaking. What's the basketball game they play with no backboard? That's what you're playing.
Right. Well, I knew it was over. Was it Blake that jumped over the Kia, or was that the White?
No, Blake. Blake jumped over Kia because he had a deal with Kia back then.
Yeah, I knew it was over then when Blake was jumping over cars.
I will say this: they need to find some new judges too, because I do have to blame some of those old school judges because that year it was Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon, and that dude that played for Miami. Like, man, they robbed Aaron Gordon.
D-Wade
robbed Aaron Gordon and like robbed us like Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine ever want to even do it again.
Yeah.
And like those were like, and that was probably like the only dunk contest like in this era that I actually enjoyed with them two. But I say, man, this collective, the next collective bargaining agreement, I predict another lockout. It's gonna be another lockout because these owners, they tired of it. They not gonna be paying these players these obscene amounts of money for them to not go out there and entertain the fans and have the fans be unhappy and they losing the player got. I know they feel like the player got like way too much power now.
Right,
especially,
man.
and I say like it's probably like I'm not sure about MLB or hockey, but I know between the NBA and NFL, the NBA players. I mean, if you're an all-star, superstar caliber player, you got a lot of power.
Right.
But yeah, that new collective bargaining agreement, I think some things gonna change. And speaking of Jaylen Brown, like, how you gonna jump over somebody that's 5'3"
God.
and have them sit down and chair?
He 4 foot in the chair.
Like, I agree. I forgot who said it, but yeah, he should have got a 2.
Yeah,
0. I would have gave him nothing. That's not your attempt in my eyes.
And then he gonna do it with his eyes open, and then he gonna come down, land on the ground, and then
so this
I was like, come on, bro.
This the
like,
issue, man.
And then like I will say one of the outside of Mac McClung, one of the dunks I was a little bit more impressed with was Obi Toppin's little brother, like the 360 in between the legs, two-handed.
Right.
That was a pretty good dunk. And he didn't even get a 50 for it.
But see,
he didn't get a 50 for it.
But
they gave Jaylen Brown a 49 or 48 or 49 for jumping over a 5'3" dude in the chair. And then pretending like he covered his eyes the whole time.
Dude, the fact that you don't even know Obi Toppin's brother.
I mean, it wasn't even close. He literally landed, took a step, and then did that, and then looked up at the screen.
Like, I'm glad he should have got
booed for that.
I know, right?
He was deserving of that. They should have booed him the rest of the night for that.
They did. But back to Obi Toppin. You said Obi Toppin had a brother. RC, you said you know.
Is he little brother? It's his little brother, the light skinned dude with the braids.
I didn't know.
Oh, is he in the league?
Brother. Yeah, he in the league. I forgot who he played for, but yeah,
he's in the league. He's in the Knicks G League.
That's a trivia question. What team do Obi Toppin little brother? Like, that's so crazy. You see what you call him? You call him Obi Toppin little brother. You didn't give him a name.
So the 2000,
I don't remember his name. That was the first time. I didn't even know Obi Toppin had a little brother till because at first I thought it was, to be honest, Obi Toppin. I was like, oh, Obi Toppin competing again?
But he had.
And then I saw, and then they was like, oh, that's Obi Toppin little brother. I was like, oh.
What year did Vince Carter win it? 2004, 5.
He won it like, didn't he win it 2 years in a row?
Yeah, he did win.
He did one.
Oh, he only did one. Yeah, it would have had to be like
twice.
The early 2000s.
No, he won once. So Vince Carter, because once Vince did it at one time, it was no coming back from that. He did whatever he wanted to in that. So, dude, check this out. So in a dunk contest with Vince Carter, you had Steve Francis, Jason Richardson, Tracy McGrady, Desmond Mason, Vince Carter. I'm sure I'm missing somebody. Dude, listen to me, man. We know all those guys. Desmond Mason is the second tier.
But he's stud. He's a stud.
But these guys now, what a dunk contest would look like with Ant, Zion, put Obi Toppin back in there. Jalen Green.
Put Giannis in there.
I'm just saying, just go out and dunk, dude. Even if you don't, it's a show. These guys are scary, bro. These guys are intimidated of the moment, and they feeling themselves. They believe that they already start. Like, you can date porn stars, you can do all this dumb shit on social media, you can wear all these crazy clothes, but you can't get on that big stage and do that. It's like, man, the NFL have an issue too with the Pro Bowl, but the NFL
that's a little bit more understandable. It's a
little bit more understandable how physical the game is. The NBA,
there's no way. Yeah, as a performer, you put in a perfect statement. As a performer, you want to go out there and put out your best show. Like I said, RC, maybe it does, and we have a broke mindset because these players making $1 million a day. We gonna go out there and perform. I feel like
I don't know. I don't want scared to lose or something. I don't know what it is.
It's a culture. It's a culture that has been established by the lead dog. The lead dog is writing his own script and creating his own narrative. And so these guys want to write their own script and create their own narrative. So instead of earning everything, you pretty much saying, I'm gonna do it how I want to do it. Man, listen. The part that really frustrates me is Mac McClung won 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row. and he's not even in the NBA. So that's kind of like the NFL, saying, okay, we're gonna pick a guy to make the Pro Bowl who hadn't played all year, but you're gonna put him in there because
make
we don't
that
have
make
nobody.
sense.
Because the guy that's supposed to be in it, he's in the Super Bowl, so we can't play him. So we don't have anybody else to pick. We're just gonna pick the third receiver on the 49ers or the Chiefs. It's like it's like you're in a very bad spot, man. I think we're gonna get to the point to where it's not even gonna be an All-Star weekend. It's gonna be done away with.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'd agree with that. Or at least, I'd say if anything, they're gonna probably I'd say they'll probably keep the celebrity game. Probably keep the Rising Stars game, the 3-point contest, and probably the skills contest. And I think they just gonna do away with everything else.
Yep.
And I think they just gonna do it all in that, probably all in that one, like Friday night or Saturday night.
And give them that Sunday off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Kai, when the celebrity game is more active and more fun than the All-Star game.
Even some of the Rising Stars game is more.
Yeah, they go hard. Even the sophomores, what they call it, they renamed it the Rising Stars, right? The sophomores versus the rookies. I mean, they go at each other. Who was that? They were telling man, my mind's going blank. But one of the players was telling the other player, like, you can't guard me. Like, he was serious. He's like, what you say? He said you can't guard me. Yeah, and like they're going there, dude. Pierce guy.
See, that's the thing about that game, though. Like,
Jay,
that's a chance for like if you are like a rookie or a sophomore and you maybe not getting that much playing time on your team. That's a chance for you to make a name for yourself. Because I remember that's how Monte really got known. Playing in that rookie sophomore game. So I mean, they view it as a opportunity.
I know how to fix the All-Star game.
How's that?
So challenge the work. Say the American-born players versus the foreign players. So check this out, dude.
Yeah,
world.
That would be perfect because what it would do is it would create this whole, like I'm watching right now the best players in the league are foreign players, but it would force the American-born players to test their will against those guys because you know what you'll get out of the foreign players. You know what's up. You know what's coming. And so I believe it will be a better game because they'll be in their mind. That said my name under there. Is it RC?
No, that's Randy.
Okay. But check this out. So what it does is it would make guys have this whole USA versus, and it will create that whole And so but I would love to see that because now you're gonna see foreign players really gonna see how big of a gap it is now, man, between foreign players and American-born players. Like I promise you right now, a team with Wemby and Giannis and Embiid and Luka and Ben Simmons, even Ben Simmons will be on that. I call Ben because he will be coming off the bench. Ben Simmons and half of the league, the best players are foreign players, really. To me,
what's so crazy is though, I don't know, y'all know the interaction of the international players with each other. It was like more of a camaraderie between those guys. Like Giannis, he was joking around with Joker and Luka. Like it would seem like more of a fraternity with the international players because they know, where they came from and how they got to the NBA. And I have this clip real quick that I want to show y'all.
Well, and then with I guess it'd be the same here. I feel like with the international players, they just like the way their leagues are set up because they started playing pro, when they teenagers. Feel like they've known each other for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna show this clip real quick. So they were having an all-star weekend. Oh, I don't know y'all saw that play where Luka and Jokic was running down the court, just hoppitating the ball back and forth.
Oh yeah. Remind me that figure eight drill.
Yeah, right.
They're gonna play on the same team.
They are. I think Luka gonna get tired of dealing with the Mavericks, and cause Joker already said like Luka ain't leaving, so you gonna have to come over here. And that's what I'm talking about. It just seems like they have a more of a love for the game.
Yeah, most definitely.
Than the American-born players. I don't call him GZ. He said, "No, you would have to TSA stopping the foreign players at the airport to give Team USA an advantage." He said you had to stop the foreigner players to give Team USA a chance to win. So it's just they gotta figure out something in order to I don't know, make it a little bit more competitive. So let's shift gears real quick to LeBron. All right, so they've been talking to him and asking him questions, and they asked him about the farewell tour, and he said he's 50-50. He's never been that great with accepting praise.
LeBron said that?
Yes. Alex,
LeBron.
You want me to read it again, bro? You want me to read it again, RC?
No.
He's speaking on the farewell tour.
LeBron, so Bron so full of himself. Like, come on, man. Like, if anybody loves praise, it's you, man. It's just like he's just like, dude, why you put on? Like, I'd have so much more respect for him if he was just true to himself and unapologetic to him. Like, you the only player to have a whole 3-hour press conference to announce where you gonna play the following year. Come on, man.
Rip your face.
Everybody know you gonna have a farewell tour. Stop it. You know you gonna have a farewell. Stop it. And you gonna he gonna do everything he can to have that farewell tour. He gonna be all in his feeling. Then when they ask him about in the press conference, he gonna be like, "Well, I originally didn't really want a farewell tour. It was just for the fans, But I'm still the GOAT, though. Remember that." Hey.
Look, he said he don't look. I'll read Randy coming real quick. He said LeBron dislike praise is like charred broccoli not liking hot dogs. So my thing is, we not see him doing an All-Star weekend doing this?
Yeah,
putting the crown on his head. That's why I have a problem with LeBron, man. He's a great basketball player.
When he came in the league, he was doing the chalk. He was doing the chalk. Come on, man.
He is so full of himself. And that's why I had to step away from being like, I cannot root for a team with this guy on there. And he talking about, I don't like praise. Dude, stop it, man. Just say you want the farewell tour like Kobe. There's nothing wrong with that. And you get it. Just be straight up forward. Don't act like, if y'all really want to do it, I ain't gonna press y'all to do something like that. But if y'all want to do it, I kind of see your heart to do it. The RC, man. You still a Laker fan, so you dealing with LeBron.
It's tentative, man. I watch when I do watch basketball. I watch Orlando Magic and I watched OKC, and so my deal with LeBron.
OKC, nice.
But my problem with LeBron James, he don't know how to let go. Like, he don't know how to say goodbye. He don't know how to. It's all he's ever done. He's always ever known. He don't know how not to be in the spotlight. This whole idea of playing with your son, it's about you. It ain't about him. So it's like, to me personally, man, like, I'm over it, man. 21 seasons. We praise him. We appreciate what he's done. But, man, it's time to move on. Let the young buck, let Anthony Davis have a team, and let's see what the young guys can do without you being there, man. This offseason is big for Laker fans because I'm hoping he get the hell out of there, man. Like, when I was seeing him, he was thinking about he wasn't thinking about it, but he was trying to trade him to Golden State. If he would have said yes, man, it would have been the best day of my life.
Right, because right now, man, he holding the team hostage.
Yep.
And right now it is about himself. It's not about the Lakers or what's best for the Lakers. If it was best for the Lakers, then he will allow the team to do certain things and make roster adjustments and all that. But it's really what's best for him. And I think that's why he's throwing that whole idea out about retirement now. He's bringing it up. He's like, well, if I did retire, this, and that. But at the same time, LeBron, you're aging out, man. You're not worth as much as you think you are. So
well,
I know exactly what he's doing. He trying to push them to draft Bronny this upcoming year. And
but Bronny is not NBA ready. He just like the video
I watched him play.
RC sent us.
He got some skills, but I don't know Bronny, and I'm guessing assuming he doesn't want to ride his dad's name. The only reason he getting the kind of attention he getting is because of that name.
Yeah.
Because he's a very average D1 player. Like, I'm not gonna say he's not D1. He's a D1 talent, but he's not like I would say he's like the type of D1 talent where he would probably do a red shirt year, play a little bit off the bench that next year, and then by his third, fourth year, he getting decent playing time and may make an NBA push for like a second round or overseas. But I don't see overseas. Like when I look at Bronny, I see him being like more of an overseas type player. I just don't see I just don't see NBA star on him. I mean, maybe like he could do like a Scottie Pippen Jr. type thing.
Right.
Because to me, watching, I'd say Scottie Pippen Jr. bearing Bronny in college.
Yeah. Yeah, he put up numbers at Vanderbilt. Yeah.
GZ said you can say the same thing about Giannis brothers. They got shot. The Ball brothers got shot. LeBron giving his kid a shot.
So I want to say this.
But I feel like the Ball brothers
are
better.
I had to disagree with him on that. But with the Giannis brothers, absolutely, because the Nassers got one heck of a hoop mixtape.
I'm gonna say this though.
but I feel like the Ball brothers, I mean, Lonzo and Melo, I mean, they legit.
Yeah.
And Jello, I mean, he's gotten a couple tryouts, but I don't even. Is he even on the G League team?
I don't
think
so.
The middle brother?
No. So let me ask you about Giannis' brother. Because social media, it kind of reminds me of the guy that played on Shaq and the Fool that Shaq used to always pick on. Who the guy that Shaq always used to pick on?
The light-skinned guy.
JaVale McGee.
Yeah.
Okay, when I watch, there's some footage of Giannis' brother doing some good stuff in the game. They just catch all the dumb shit he do, right? So I feel like people be giving that guy a hard time for his brother, having him on a team or whatever. But it's like a good look for the league is a circus. It's a shit show, and him being on a team now and playing the way he plays and doing what he does, it shows you that the players are running the league. Like that dude in any other era of basketball would be out the league. That dude is on the NBA roster doing God knows what. There's times when he be like, I be looking at some of the stuff like, do he really play like that? Or is he just putting on? But that shows you how much power that the players have. And so if LeBron able to get his son in the league off his name, to me personally, it's a bad look because, you're supposed to be the greatest player ever, and your son gonna be mid. So it's not gonna be great. The other boy gonna be good, but Bronny got a lot of pressure on him, man. That's a lot of pressure to do. To get to the league, average 5 points or something like that, it's gonna be tough on him.
Yeah, and he chose USC. I feel like he probably should have went to a different school where he'll get a little bit more PT. Because USC,
I feel he should have went.
They
to
usually produce good players.
Where they would really develop him. USC, they more of a one and done type of school. Yeah. If you're going to the league the next year, like for like OJ, you Yeah, USC more for like the OJ Mayo type players where they know like where they pretty much was going like if they still would have been able to get drafted out of high school, they would have went out of high school. That's the type of school USC is. But
them big name colleges like that.
They're not really gonna develop him as a player. He needs to be at a school where he gonna get developed as a player. I think Ohio State would have been a much better option for him. I think they would have personally. I think if he would have went to Ohio State, I think they would have redshirted him his first year, which I think he should have took a redshirt year. He should have took a redshirt year, in my opinion, because yeah.
What was that school that who was that? The point guard for the Knicks, man. His name escaping me. Josh Hart and them boys. They went to Villanova, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, like school like that, like a small school. Villanova, man, they produce some athletic sound players, man. So maybe something like that. But he chose to be in California, which is a distraction. Let's be honest. California is a distraction. And he just, I don't know, man. I feel like he just wanted to be that guy, and now he got sit and develop, which he probably won't get that being at USC. I don't know why his name is.
He just don't. He just don't. I watched some in his high school. He didn't look bad in high school, but like watching his college, he just looked like he. I don't know. To me, it just looked like he trying too hard. But he definitely got the athleticism. Like he athletic. He definitely got NBA athleticism. But yeah, he just doesn't seem as poised. Yeah, I think he would have been better off going like to a Duke. Like even if you look at like Seth, even if you look at like a Seth Curry, like he wasn't quite as good as his brother, but he had some skills. And I think he ended up doing. I think he ended up doing all 4 years. I know he started off at Providence, and then he transferred to Duke. And I think when he transferred to Duke, he did a redshirt year, and then I think he played. I know he played more than 1 year for him, but it developed him into a much better player. And I think that Bronny should have took the slower route and went to a school that was going to develop him as a player, and maybe not be trying to. Well, he getting shots, but his numbers just not very good. But he getting shots though.
It's just like Jalen Brunson. That's the guy. I couldn't think of his name. You know what I'm saying? He need time to develop. And as you brought up Curry, bro, as a player, especially when you try to get to the NBA, man, you gotta figure out what your strength is. If you know you're not an all-star caliber type player, you play to your strengths. You know, that's why Pat Bev is still in the league, because he's a scrappy defender. You know. So we're gonna see what the upcoming years with LeBron, how he gonna hold people hostage. Right now, Doc Rivers, he trying to deflect the hostage situation he got going on in Milwaukee. I have a video for y'all to watch, and we're gonna get into it. We're gonna dive a little more deeper into it.
I'll be honest. I told our owners when they called, I said, I think I don't understand why you're doing this, and they said, one of the things they said was, well, it doesn't matter. We've done it now, and we want you. And so that was a tough one. That's where you had the hesitation.
So
I'm so sick of Doc Rivers.
To clarify, he said he didn't know why the Bucks can't call him. He thought it was ridiculous for them for them to hire him, but they just told him it already been done. So JJ Redick came out and said, I seen the trend for years. It's always an excuse. It's always throwing your team on the bus. There's never accountability with that guy. Then Pat Bell came out and said, this man Doc actually saved your career, started you when no one else wanted to, and you retired to go on TV and say that. All right, see your thoughts.
Well, Doc Rivers been brought in to be a savior of what? What are you coming to say? Like, that's the first mistake Milwaukee is doing. You fired a guy that had a winning record. You fired a guy that was going to be the All-Star coach. To bring in a guy who has underachieved. Like a lot of people are very sensitive when it comes to Doc Rivers because they want to put it. I'm hearing people call him a Hall of Fame coach. But dog, you really understand, like he hadn't done anything outside of that 2009, 2008 championship I mean, he underachieved with that group. He only got one championship out of that. So I think for me with Doc, it's like the one thing they ask of players he's doing as a coach. Excuse me, they ask players they ask players to be accountable, to take ownership and the everyday, everything that comes along with being a professional athlete. You have to be accountable as a coach. Like, how are you deflecting? How are you acting like you a victim? Like they put a gun in your head and say, you don't take the job, we're gonna blow your brains out. I'm so sick of raspy voice and his light-skinned son. I'm sick of both of them. Like, every time the daddy say something, he want to swoop down and get mad. And I'm like, dude, do you know who your daddy is? Your daddy is that guy who got on national TV and said that Paul Pierce, talked about Paul Pierce. You're drawing up plays for Paul Pierce as if he was Ray Allen. They don't even do Ray Allen and Paul Pierce not even in the same area code when it comes to the style of play. And so Doc, I'm not saying Doc don't know what he's doing. I'm saying Doc don't know what the hell he's doing. Doc don't know what the hell he's doing, and he don't know how to admit, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And can somebody tell me why is it so difficult to coach Giannis right now? And that team, like that team has all the talent. I'm like, what's the cog there? What's the problem? Like what?
I don't know. It seems like they're not in sync or something. I can't.
It's a bad fit.
Dame, like I said, Dame put on the best performance all year in the All-Star game.
Yeah. What's his contract situation? He gonna be there 1 year and he's out, or
I'm not quite sure.
I don't know. Dame, I don't know if y'all saw the interview, but they asked Dame who his starting five would be, who his dream starting five would be, and he did not include Giannis. Instead of Giannis, he said Bam Adebayo.
Wow, he want to be in Miami.
I found that
interesting. So he might be in there. Well, if he only have a 1 year on his deal, he might be with the Heat next year then. And then Giannis gonna be out. Cause Giannis already expressed his displeasure 2 weeks ago already.
Giannis need to calm down. Giannis celebrity done went to his head. Like
Miami's going to absorb Dame, and he won't win a championship. And the Lakers or the Clippers are going to get Giannis because LeBron's going to be out the door.
I don't know. I don't see Giannis in LA. You think he'll like that?
Big market. Like you said, celebrities going to his head. Like, I'm feeling like once LeBron leaves, the gates of LA is going to open up. Somebody's going to walk through that door. It's going to be Anthony Davis, Isaiah, LeBron out there at some point. I just feel like the Clippers are very, very, very appealing. Like, if the Clippers don't win it this year, they probably gonna get away from those older guys, and they're gonna need someone to open that new stadium there. So the Clippers would be a good spot for them.
So Dustin, Doc Rivers and JJ Redick, what JJ Redick said about him. How you feel about those comments?
Yeah, I agree with JJ 100%. I don't know if y'all heard what JJ said back to Pat Bell, but JJ had another offer he could have taken too. But I mean, I'd probably say at that point in time, the Clippers were the better option in terms of his chance of winning. Because that was a solid Clippers team, a very solid Clippers team that also underperformed. I don't know how long a coach can ride one championship. A championship that you won with KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and I mean, even though he was never quite a superstar player, I mean, Rondo, I mean, you can't really ask for a much better true point guard than Rondo. I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't know why Doc keeps getting jobs. I don't know how he keeps getting jobs.
I mean, he had failed in every place besides Celtics. He had failed. He had come up
every
short.
place he is underachieved. Is he a
Right.
horrible NBA coach? No, he's not a horrible NBA coach, but
He cracks under pressure.
Right, but to be hiring him and firing, coaches with winning records, like I don't understand it. It's like you hiring down.
Right. Cause Giannis even stated he been through what 4 coaches in 2 years, though he stated. So that
Giannis tripping, man. Giannis, I mean, it's starting to look bad on Giannis, man. You can't fire every coach just because you.
Well, he said they got rid of a coach he liked. I forgot which coach he said. He said they got rid of a coach that he liked, but
I think Jason Kidd. I don't remember. It was so long ago. I thought he liked Jason Kidd.
I think he liked Budenholzer. I mean, Budenholzer did a great job with them.
Right. Like, he mentioned that. I can't remember who it was.
He lost his job, man. Basically, I mean, his brother died, and he somewhat changed as a coach. I guess with that loss, dealing with that loss. But we're talking about when you say what Doc is doing to get these jobs, whatever he's doing, Mark Jackson ain't doing. So Doc must be selling his soul. Doc's an Illuminati, man.
So Doc got to be doing something because I mean, it's ridiculous. And then, come on, like you don't know how you got the job. Come on, you were the.
He told him
when you took that when you took that advisor job.
Yeah.
When you took that advisor job, you were waiting. I wouldn't be surprised if Doc Rivers was planting little seeds of disagreements within the locker room to stir it up.
Right. It's just like with the
you knew, and then it's like RC, like nobody made you take it. You could have said no.
Right.
You could have said no. Like,
I'm gonna go back
nobody
to
made you take their job. Stop.
I'm gonna go back to what the most unknown said. He said Doc knows why he was the Buck advisor. So he clearly said, like, hey man, that coach ain't getting it done, but he put me in a position, that I might get change things around.
He knew as soon as Giannis got unhappy, he knew he was gonna be the first option. He knew.
Why did they think Doc Rivers was gonna be the one to come down Giannis?
But I don't think it's a Giannis deal, y'all. I think it's a situation where it's a bad fit of players, a bad mixture of players. Our organization is trying to capitalize off of going 50 years without winning the championship and thinking they more than who they really are. He caught lightning in the bottle after COVID. So I really feel like y'all, just being honest, I think we kind of put too much stock into Milwaukee. They believe in their hype and we bought into it. But I don't really think that Doc Rivers, he probably did the same thing we did. He probably, all that talent, I could just walk in and just be Doc Rivers. No, you got to coach, dude.
Right.
You got to coach. Because, they got an issue. When you talk about coaching and you talk about players not responding to coaching, it's a lot of effort. Like, dude, like when I watched them play, when I have watched them play, they could score 100 points a night easy. But on defense, it's like they don't have those dogs and their personalities to be able to because now I'm looking at Dame different. Dame looks a lot older to me for some reason. Like he looks a lot more older. It looks a lot more.
He did come out and make a statement that he's not what he used to be. So even he knows that he might can't do it like he used to. It's just like the most unknown. He said Doc still riding that 08 wave. Dame is a big problem because he doesn't play defense. His defense is that bad. Giannis is like LeBron. When LeBron wanted to get rid of air exposure. So then Randy said, to your point, RC, Clippers going to have Kawhi, PG, Giannis, let alone Harden and Russ. No, Harden and Russ probably gone. So would probably PG. If I were them, I'd just keep Kawhi. If I can get Giannis, I'd just keep Kawhi and Giannis.
But this is the issue with the NBA being the way it is. Like, I don't think Giannis is a problem. I think Milwaukee as a management organization is a problem. Like you going through that many coaches, you fired Budenholzer, and he was the only guy that won a championship for you. That's like stupid. That's like the Spurs. If the Spurs have not fired Pop, and Pop ain't been just winning championships lately, I mean, something should be said about winning championships, and they got rid of that guy quick. So who are you looking for? Because whoever you waiting on ain't in the NBA.
That's the $1 million question, RC. Who you waiting on to come save this team? What?
Give it to Marshall.
It can't fathom. Like
that's an incredible amount of
motion.
Like pressure. Like I don't get that. Like you could literally win a championship, and then by halfway in the next season, like your job could be on the line. You just won a championship.
That don't make no sense, right?
The previous year.
It's kind of like Monty Williams. Monty Williams is, up 3-1 against Milwaukee. Was he up 3-1?
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah.
And with the Suns, finna win a championship and couldn't close it. And so that, I mean, then all of a sudden he's in oblivion in fucking Detroit. Don't get me started on Detroit. I think they're throwing games, and I've never seen a team tank for a player that's not out there. I don't know who they take it for.
Well, so about Detroit too, we can shift gears a little bit. Detroit, Tyrese Halliburton came out like, "Yo, y'all really picked Killian Hayes over me?" So the Detroit Pistons clearly dropped the ball on that scouting department when they could have got Tyrese in the draft, but they saw that Hayes was the better point guard for, I don't know. I guess he had more.
What school Tyrese? Tyrese went to Iowa State, right?
Yeah.
Friends with Brock
Let
Purdy.
me double check that.
Yeah, he went to Iowa State. He was wearing Brock Purdy's 13 to the game. And I'm thinking, like, Tyrese, come on, bro. We didn't know. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know.
He said he was the best rated. He was the best rated point guard on the board. That's what, I don't know. Y'all saw the interview, and he kind of threw shade at Hayes. Like, really, bro? I guess Hayes was more seasoned, kind of what he played overseas, right? So I guess he was more seasoned than Tyrese, but Tyrese said he couldn't fathom them not picking him because he thought for sure he was gonna go off the board.
I saw a quote with AI said he would average 41 points. He would average 40 in this era of basketball. Oh, you know why he's saying that? You know why he's saying that? The volume of shots you could take. Like
the volume, and then I mean, imagine trying to guard Allen Iverson with no hand checking.
Can't touch him.
Like, good Lord.
That's all I do is hand check. That's all I do.
Like, imagine guarding AI with no hand checking. And like the type of fouls, and like the type of fouls they call now. Oh my man!
If I played in today's NBA, I'll foul out so quick. I'll foul out so fast. Cause I hand check, body check. But
AI would be scared. Like he would be. Yeah, when nobody wants those problems.
No. Did y'all see what Jason Tatum said? I guess they asked him a question. They asked him what he thought about who could be the next face of the league, and he said, "I feel like it's mine to take." RC, you agree with that? It's his to take.
I mean, to me, it's Ant. He's a head and shoulders. He has the right attitude to be able to do it. Is he gonna be Ant or a foreign player? I'm cool with any of the foreign players being that. Because I feel like they're gonna take the game to where it's supposed to go. And I feel like with Tatum is like, I don't understand. Like him and Jaylen Brown are the most, to me, they're very overrated. Because I feel like they should have won a championship 2 years ago when they played the Warriors. They had the size advantage, they had the better team, and Steph once again rose up from the dead to get one. But for Jason Tatum, I don't see him being one of those. He's great, but the face of the league, he's more, Kevin Garnett in that tier. He was a great player, but was he ever the face of the league? No.
I feel like with Tatum, it's just the way he carry himself. He kind of feel like he's too laid back in some regard. He need more of a tenacious type attitude, what Kobe, brought to the table. Even Jordan, like all the great ones, they had that instinct to kill. I'm about to destroy this team. I feel like Tatum, man, he just deflects to Brown or to whoever that might be hot that night. Like, he don't take over enough for me to be the face and talk the talk and walk the walk. That's the problem I have when he just he like Dustin too light skinned, bro. I'm just playing.
Man, stop
Dustin, what you think? Dustin, what you think about Tatum?
Man, the only thing I don't like about Tatum, he settled too much for threes. Like
step back three.
He settled way, man, bro. You 6'10". Come on, man. Like, who blocking your shot outside of Kevin Durant? like, come on, bro. You 6'10", man. Like, stop selling for step back threes. I don't know why he does it. Like, every time down the court, 20 legs step back, 20 legs step back. Like, don't let him get hot. Don't let him get hot. But yeah, he settled too much. He settled too much. But to RC point, man, is if anybody gonna be the face of the league, and especially if Minnesota keep winning, if they mess around and actually made it to the finals, it's Ant Edwards hands down. He's charismatic, more marketable. He got that resemblance to MJ. Like he high flyer. He has a dynamic game. He'll shoot the three, but he doesn't necessarily settle for threes. He just he's funny. You watching interviews, he's funny. He's confident. He talk noise, but he also back it up. I was disappointed by his All-Star performance, but then he was bull BSing in the skills competition, shooting it left-handed.
Yeah, you don't care. They don't care.
He think it's a game. But, he play around too much. Ant play around too much sometimes.
But it definitely, as far as an American player, it definitely be Ant. I like, I'm a little biased towards Wemby, but I don't think they would make, like, to me, Wemby gonna have, like, he remind me of Tim Duncan a lot, where he gonna get his, because of the type of player he is, he's gonna get, he's marketable from that standpoint, but he ain't really gonna be the face of the league because
that guy.
He's saying like he just gonna play and then just kind of, keep quiet, but
at home.
Yeah,
that's it.
But I mean, you could maybe throw Luke in there, maybe, but I think I probably have Ant as number one, and then maybe you may have like a Magic Bird thing with somebody, with like a former player.
Know. It's hard to say right now because it's so diverse in the league right now with different players every night. Cause for one time I know T. Wright was thinking Booker, Randy. Chat.
I say SGA before Book. I say SGA before Book.
A couple years ago, everybody thinking Book was the guy. People in the chat, drop who y'all think would be the face of the NBA. Randy says good on Tatum for the confidence. He thinks Ant or Ja will run the league if they keep their nose clean. And Randy said it would be Victor. But yeah, Chad, drop who y'all think. I'm curious because right now it's up for grabs. It's all about, if you want it, how you carry yourself. If you come in, game night, keep doing what you're doing consistently, then I think that's going to be the face of the league. Because that's the only way. And when you watch all the great players, LeBron was consistent. MJ was consistent. Kobe was consistent. AI has his troubles, but he was literally an icon, and maybe not the face, but people gravitated towards him and everything in the style of play and how he dressed. Right, he wasn't. He was right. He was an honorary. Face. Right, that NBA
it was like he became the face, but the NBA never really wanted to make him. David Stern. It just made David Stern sick.
Yeah, he made David Stern embraced it. He should have embraced it. Who's that? Kayla? She said Scotty Barnes. Did y'all see Scotty Barnes in the All-Star game? what the not the All-Star game, but the
Hey, he was
skill
hitting the skills contest though.
Man, but what was that?
He was knocking
it
down. He was knocking it down in the skills contest though.
What was that at half court though? He just shot the ball backwards. I was like, what's going on with him? The Monso No have a question for us. He said, question for everybody. Do anybody think having international players as the face of the league is an issue? Like me personally, I'm 50-50. Yeah, it's good for the league, but at the same time, no. I think I answered this first. I don't think it's a good idea. Just because I feel like American-born players and American-born people, we relate. We relate to what we know. Giannis, he comes from a different country, so that's not really. I feel like we can't really relate to Giannis or Joker or Luka and those guys. We like their game, but I feel like people like to relate to players on a certain level. So I feel like it has to be an American-born player. Dustin, what you think?
I mean, I would hope it. I mean, of course, I'm biased. I like to see it be an American-born player, and to go farther. I mean, to be honest, I feel like it should be like I like it being a Black American-born player.
The league is 99% Black, so.
But it's not gonna be long before it's a foreign player. I don't know what that do for the league. I'm not sure. Maybe
I just don't see
international
it. I don't,
level.
Yeah, like the only way it would help out.
I don't think it would. As far as like people watching the NBA here, I think that the ratings would decrease. Because I like, even though a lot of the international players are better, I wouldn't say they're more popular.
No.
Yeah, I still wouldn't say they're more popular because I think when it come down to it, Steph Curry and LeBron, I think they're still the two most popular players by far.
Right.
I don't even think Luka or Young. I don't think they would even be close.
Yeah, cause my son, he came out and asked for some Currys, and he had a Curry jersey on. I forgot I bought him a Curry jersey. So it's still American-born players. He know Giannis, but he not like all jumping up and down for Giannis or even Luka. No guys. RC, what you think?
To me, it don't matter. Because at the end of the day, I know they're born in a different country, but I see a black guy when I see Giannis. I see a white guy when I see Luka. I see just basketball players. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like we're gonna have to decide what we want as American-born players. What do we value as American-born players? Having pride, they have all of that. They've been playing ball since they were 17 on a pro level. Professionalism, actually, they make fun of the way we play basketball. We thought we was adopting the way they play, but I can steal your idea, but that don't mean I'm gonna take your work ethic. So for me, it don't matter who it is. We just need someone to lead the next group. I feel like we're gonna have some American-born players here but what we mess the system up here. They're one and done in college. NIL is running crazy. We have a lot of issues. AAU is dying a slow death, deservedly so. A lot of different things are going on. We got a lot of corrupt stuff going on, and you got guys being given the NBA. They're not earning it. We're not just talking about Bronny. We're talking about Scottie Pippen and Kenyon Martin's son. Those guys should have been in college a few more years, to develop and become the best player they can become. Now it's like, man, they early and they undeveloped. That's why I like what I sent you about Carmelo. Carmelo was like, his son gonna go develop and grow and become the best basketball player he can become, and then take on
make a lot more sense.
Yeah, I can see him being really
good. But to that point, one and done, a lot of these players, they do come from a poverty family, some of them. So I think they try to hurry them get to NBA to make that money.
Yeah, but
so they wouldn't.
Some, but I mean, the Scottie Pippen dream straight.
Yeah, but
I would hope he's straight.
Well, yeah, he got his new daddy. He got a new daddy, Marcus Jordan.
No, Marcus.
Not bad. His name Kevin. Kenyon Morrison. His name Kevin, right?
Marcus is out. Marcus is not gonna get married now. He changed his mind. His daddy
Oh, he's out. Oh man, Sky about
I mean, but even with like some of giving these guys these deals, I mean, look at Scoot.
Yeah,
I mean, they pretty much ran Dame out of Portland for Scoot.
What?
Gave him Puma and giving him a shoe, and this man been in and out of G League.
But check this out though.
Scoot, yeah.
Imagine what the NBA would have looked like back in the day if Michael Jordan, both of his sons would have made it to the league. As both played off of just being Michael Jordan. Gilbert Arenas, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Vince, they would have ate them boys alive. Like,
they would have went at him.
Bron is gonna come in the league and be fine because there's nobody gonna be like, I'm gonna bust you after you.
Yeah,
I'm going after you.
You LeBron's son? You LeBron? I'm about to show you on put
when LeBron said he felt like Bron was better than most of the guys in the league,
I would walk out.
He said a lot, man.
He did.
That's why he's able to still play at the age he's playing, because he don't fear nobody.
That's weird though, man. With some of these guys, like you mentioned, you think some of the NBA players like, oh, that's your dad? All right. I'm about to be your new dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, where all that competitive spirit, especially with Bronny? If he step into the league, and I know he only here because his daddy. Man, I'm about to prove. I'm about to show him that night that he don't put me on this court with me.
It's kind of like seeing all these athletes, like a CJ Stroud, Odell Beckham Jr., you know, a lot of these black athletes, Zion Williamson, they get the money and they go and live out their fantasies and dreams. And I'm gonna go be with the girl. I'm gonna go date women that I've always looked at in my phone. I'm gonna go dress like Cookie Monster. I'm gonna do just the most outlandish things ever, man. The lifestyle has taken over, man. They love the lifestyle more than the game, man. So that's what it is.
That's true. Let's go to the chat real quick. Randy said from the What's Up the Sports Podcast, don't be trashing my man Scotty. And
when he tried to grow those braids out. I don't know.
Taylor said, give him 5 years. He'll be the face. Then Randy said, Joker and Giannis are scratching 30. Their chance to be face of the league is gone. I kind of agree with that.
Consider him. It'd be more like a Luka.
But they're saying LeBron's still the face of the league.
Yeah, popularity.
Yeah, okay. Well, then the face of the league, you're just 30. If Jokic able to have another 3 good years, you don't think people could say he's the best? I mean, he's got 2 MVPs in a championship. So
I don't know. Jokic, man, he's so unpredictable. He may not be around in 3 years.
Yeah,
right. He might get tired.
I can literally see Jokic. I can literally see Jokic winning another championship
and retire,
playing maybe 2 or 3 more years and being out. Just being out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a good poll question Randy brought up. He said G League ignite a problem. Should players spend mandatory 2 years in the NCAA? That's a great poll question.
Yes. Most definitely.
I don't know. I don't think it should be mandatory.
I think
the NFL has it right.
I'm gonna tell you why you need a mandatory.
You gotta develop.
We've seen college basketball won. Last year we watched San Diego State play against Connecticut, which Connecticut is a traditional power, but they had to be rebuilt it. And so you got players there that's been there 3 and 4 years, some longer than that because of the COVID year. So the one and done model is not working. They're not developing. They're coming in the league. They're falling by the wayside. The league is younger. There are no vets. There are no guys to help them, learn about being a professional. And last but not least, they don't care. It's kind of like I say this all the time to my kid. If you give a kid something early, if you give them everything they want, they don't value shit. You take away the ability to develop work ethic. So if I'm Bronny and I'm just giving the NBA, I don't really look at the NBA as this place I gotta go. Like We used to dream about going to the league.
I think that's part of the issue is that you getting all this stuff. Because I mean, I feel like one and done wasn't really a problem in the early 2000s. Like to be a one and done type player in like the early 2000s, you had to be special. You had to be like a Carmelo,
but name
Chris
me a
Paul
one and
to be
done player.
Like it wasn't. And now it's like I don't know. It's like everybody wanted. Like even if you're not that good, like you a one and done. Like it's so easy to go one and done now. When back in the early mid 2000s, like you had to be really good to be one and done.
Name me a great one and done player. All time.
Oof.
Melo. That's it.
I mean, it probably had to be
Melo.
Syracuse.
Yeah, Melo. That's about it.
How long was D Wade? How long he played for Wade?
3 years.
He was there. He was
there for
3 years. I heard his first year. What
Marquette?
Name me a one and done player
that
has won a NBA championship or MVP. Zero.
I mean, we want to throw we want to throw high school in there or just one and done?
Just college.
College.
See, here's the issue with one and done, bro.
When Anthony Davis one and done.
Anthony Davis won one. But here's the issue. Anthony Davis seems always, he's like, I think he's better without LeBron, but with LeBron, he seems like he's not himself. My issue with one and done is one more year wouldn't have hurt Anthony Davis. One more year wouldn't have hurt John Wall. One more year wouldn't have hurt. It wouldn't have hurt. It's not going to hurt anything. You know, my thing is development is development. The NFL gets it right because it allows you to get a better product on the floor. One more year gives you a better product. I'm going to see a professional. Like, man, I'm going to tell you who needed one more year. And it just, it frustrates me, like watching Lamar Ball's son's oldest son,
Lonzo?
Lonzo needed one more year. He was undersized, meaning malnourished. He was malnourished. He was tall enough, but he was getting pushed everywhere. And then just looking at his other son, they need one more year of school, man. They need one more year to develop because now it's like they get out there and they get exposed. LeBron is in his 22nd year and look like he's hadn't lost a step because the league is so watered down. He's dominating.
And back to that statement, he said Bronny could play in the league because of what he see. Like them guys, that's so crazy. How's LeBron? And these guys still can't take him down. Like it just it blows my mind.
If you got older players saying,
people get LeBron credit, you got that. I think I need to start getting because Steph like 35.
Yeah. But see,
Steph still killing.
But they still.
Here's what people don't say about LeBron James. LeBron is smart. He understands the game and how to play it in spurts. And he understands, there is nobody at the rim that's going to challenge me ever. He came in the era where there was Ben Wallace. You know what I'm saying? There was Dwight Howard. There was Shaq. He had to go through that. This is easy. This is easy money. It's like taking candy from a baby.
Hey, RC, the Red Sea, it parts when he comes to the lane. Everybody just
you can manipulate the refs. You can take the ball. You raise your hands up, Doc. I can go through your hands and get a foul.
Right. That's it. So, man, NBA, they start up tomorrow. Let's look at who's playing tomorrow.
It's Lakers playing tomorrow, aren't they?
I'm on NHL. I'm on hockey. Like I said, I've been betting on hockey, so let me get off that. Let's look at the games for tomorrow. Rockets versus Pelicans, Lakers versus Warriors, Magic versus Cavaliers, Pistons versus Pacers, Knicks versus 76ers, Nets versus Raptors, Suns versus Mavericks, Celtics versus Bulls, Clippers versus Thunder. Whole slate. Wizards versus Nuggets, Hornets versus Jazz, Spurs versus Kings. All right. Most unknown said, then you got Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving. I throw Chris Bosh in for Pete's sake. There are some good ones like Kevin Love and D Rose and Embiid. So Whew.
No, yeah, D Rose, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I would say this though. My point is, it wasn't gonna hurt for Derrick Rose to go back to Memphis another year and win a national championship, have a legacy. Like, you still got hurt in the league. You still, to me personally, I feel like development is development. That's the one thing for him. Wemby came over here and looked like he ain't seen nothing he's scared of. Like, it's easy, man. It's no challenge. Wemby coming to the 90s and the early 2000s and have to deal with right off the bat Kevin Garnett. Can you see that? Can you see that? Garnett talking to you too little, boy. You too,
he definitely hit the gym.
Chris Webber jump hooking Rasheed Wallace with the fade away. Like, they don't even have a power forward no more. Center, like a true power forward that you like. Giannis then got after the 50 piece, he done turned soft. Like,
that's it right there. So which game y'all catching tomorrow? I might catch that Lakers and Warriors. And that Clippers and 76ers.
Tell me about the Lakers and Warriors. I'm watching Clippers and 76ers.
Yeah, well, the Clippers and Thunder.
Okay, I watched that.
Yeah, and Knicks and 76ers. I feel like that'll be a good one too.
I'll probably watch.
All right, guys, man.
Suns and the Mavs.
Suns and Mavs. Yep. I want to show y'all a quick video real quick. Then we're gonna get out of here. A fan approached Breece Hall.
We're not doing this. It's a federal crime if you get in a fight. No, he said he's going to slap you. You won't be a pussy.
So a fan ran up on Breece Hall. Breece Hall denied him an autograph. And he told him, "Big man, you owe me an autograph, whatever." We fans. Well, RC, what do you think about that fan?
It's too much, man. With the shooting that just happened in Kansas City, fans are taking it too. These are human beings, man. These are people with lives. You know, a lot of these guys be mad about fantasy football and underdog and them guys not doing what they're doing throughout the season. Like, privacy is everything. I know they're a professional athlete, but you don't run up on the wrong person, get your ass whooped. Because it wouldn't be me whooping your ass. It'd be someone in my entourage.
Right.
Whooping your ass. I'll just look at him and be like,
so you pull a Camaro.
Yeah.
So you pull
yeah. That whoop, man, I'm finna whoop we finna take you down through there. But yeah, man, it's too much.
I never seen nothing like that. You know, when I see people, athletes or superstars deny autograph, they usually be an end of it. I never seen, like, Tyler's getting weird that people trying to get autographs and now they trying to fight somebody because they didn't want an autograph. I know Dustin probably fight AI if AI didn't give him one.
Man,
like, I am the king. I'm the king.
Yeah, he's really cool.
This man, Xbox Gamer Tag used to be King AI, so I know he throwing a fee. He ain't getting the autograph.
Did he give you his autograph?
Nah. Well, I'm saying if he did, AI didn't give Dustin his autograph.
You'll get that autograph.
Dustin gonna get it because he don't throw a fit. He threw a fit in the basketball game. He threw a fit in the basketball game once. I was like, yo, what is this? I was like, this man can. Hey, this was when I out of high school. I came back to a basketball game to watch him. That man acted different since he got that captain on his jersey.
Man, I forgot what I got mad about that game.
Oh no, you gotta check though. He was throwing chairs, kicking chairs. I was like, who this man think he is? So, most unknown said last point. RC, you need to understand that international basketball is arguably better now. It's completely made sense for Wemby to be ready. It's much more easier to score in the NBA than overseas. So
that's what
it is, but that's because they had their development. I mean, it's like what's the I forgot the coach's name, but he was talking about it like But AAU, you playing 6 games in one weekend and having maybe one practice that week, if that.
Oh, they don't
over
practice.
there, you practicing dang there every day.
Yeah.
To play one game.
Well, that would be even.
So everybody can do all the fundamentals, shoot, dribble, pass. Everyone has an understanding of the game of basketball, and while kids here just, it's just dribble, shoot from 50 feet out. That's what it is here. So the game is deteriorating.
Yeah.
But kids here that they don't understand the game. They really don't have an understanding of the X's and O's.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like the kids over there do.
And it's showing too, because all my son want to do is shoot 3 in a basketball game. Like I say, he had a layup, the lane wide open, fast break, pull up 3.
Yep.
I told him, you better be glad you made it. I would have pulled you out. I would have pulled you out immediately. So, all right, man. That's we better come to a close. We are brought to you by Bet Us. It's a sports book. We got your game. Place your bet on NBA games, hockey. Shoot, I ain't even doing tennis right now, bro. NFL's over with, man. I need something to hold my attention. So I'm doing tennis. Baseball, it's coming up soon. So we're gonna have a little bit more stuff to bet on. So use Bet Us. All right, guys. We'll be back Monday. Flowers is feeling sick. So prayers up to him. Hope he feel better, man. So hopefully he'll be back Monday. Then we might have Gatwood back with us. Our long lost co-host. He might be back with us. So we just gotta get T right back, and we be all set again. So thank y'all for joining us. And like I said, we'll be back Monday. Y'all have a good night. Take it easy. We out of here.
Y'all.
Yeah, it's Keys. Yeah, man, every time I turn around, they always worried about what I'm doing. Facts. Why is that? Cause I'm blessed. I want the ball in my hand.